Hello and welcome back to Bottom Rope Wrestling. I'm Michael Davey. We've got Chris on today and we're going to be talking about King of the Ring. We're going to make our predictions, we're going to discuss our thoughts about it. You're not wearing a wrestling t-shirt because I didn't tell him we were filming this today. I just said come over, we'll hang out. I like to mess with him. So King of the Ring is a thing that's happening.
Yes, it is.
And you were there when the trailer first played on Raw, and I screamed because it was like they came, they conquered, and I'm like, boy.
A lot of people have been asking for its return.
I've been
Pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I mentioned on the podcast with Aaron the other day that a lot of people are saying it's to counteract the G1, but I think it's because of the recent passing of
Harley Race.
Harley Race, the first ever King of the Ring. I forgot his name. Yeah, I think it's kind of because of that, but I think it's also something they could really do with right now. It's a really nice ratings boost. It can really elevate 2 or 3 stars.
And it gives them something to fill time every week on TV.
I mean, yeah.
Get some killer matches.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of like TV feuds going on right now, like feuds that aren't really worthy of.
Yeah, certain feuds in the brackets can intertwine.
That aren't really worthy of getting their pay-per-view blow-off, but they sort of go through this tournament, which is cool. So, yeah, I'm just generally really excited that King of the Ring is a thing. I think it's safe to say that, like, it's a fantastic idea. I'm really glad it's back. They're doing it right.
I just hope it doesn't get wasted.
With it over a couple of weeks, and then having it culminate at the pay-per-view gives it the right prestige. You know what I mean? Because last time they did it with Wade Barrett, it was like a one-off network special. All took place.
I know a lot of people would prefer it as its own pay-per-view.
I like the idea that they wrestle a couple of matches in one night. I kind of wish they'd kept that because
it's more overexposure if you don't overexpose it.
Yeah, but it's also like a better story, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
say it was someone like Mustafa Ali winning it, and it's like he overcame.
Who? You mean?
Sorry, Ali. Ali. Say it was him overcoming.
Underdog,
you know
sorry.
what I mean? Joe and then Corbin in the same night. You know what I mean? But like again. We know the bracket, which is nice. I'm glad they've announced the bracket before tomorrow's Raw. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the first 8 matches that have been announced, the 4 Raw matches, the 4 SmackDown matches, and then we're just going to talk about a couple of the people and a couple of things we hope to see in the tournament. Quick preliminary. We've got a sweepstake on in our university between us and a couple of the other wrestling fans, and we both wanted Drew McIntyre in the sweepstake, and you ended up with Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
But you now no longer think Drew
slightly worried.
You've changed your mind since then.
Based on the brackets.
Yeah, based on the bracket. I don't know. I think he's getting to the final. I don't think there's any question there.
Well, we'll talk about him.
We'll talk about that yeah. But I've got Ali in the sweepstake. So I've got Ali and Buddy Murphy who are facing each other in the first round. So as of next week,
you're guaranteed to get to the quarters.
I'm getting through the quarterfinals, lads. But yeah, it should be fun. It should be really interesting. We've got like 8 guys taking part in it.
9.
One guy has just Dolph Ziggler, who isn't in the tournament.
One guy has Shane McMahon, the strongest pick of them all.
James P has himself. His second pick is literally himself.
Anything can happen.
And you never know.
You don't know.
So yeah, the first match, which will probably be tomorrow night on Raw, Cesaro versus Samoa Joe.
The only match that could be heel versus heel, but I think this is where they.
I mean, it just depends how you look at it, really.
Joe has been on the verge of turning face.
Yeah, and Cesaro's just an indie darling.
So who we think will win? Samoa Joe.
Smodge.
Cesaro's a good hand, but
don't call him a good hand. He'll hit you with a chair.
No, that's how they view him. WWE view Cesaro as a good hand. Just someone to have a good match.
Unfortunately,
with these two, it'll be a very hard-hitting match. I can see actually, because
yeah, it's gonna be a great match. I want to see Cesaro, do the deadlift a couple times, but
a bit more hard.
But big up Smodge. Really, I think Samoa Joe, it ties into the fact that the next match is Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre. That Samoa Joe sort of leans more towards his face to him with this match.
I just think they've got more faith in him to elevate him.
I think it's pretty clear that over the last 4 or 5 years they have no interest in Cesaro. Whereas with Samoa Joe, okay, he's been here 3 years and he hasn't really done much, but they do protect him. They do treat him seriously.
Sheamus is coming back soon, hopefully. So.
Oh yeah.
I think Cesaro and Sheamus will
from the dead.
So he's just here just for a first round loss, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think you could have done this tournament without Cesaro in it. It's Cesaro. You know what I mean? He's like the first, like, if you're thinking, oh yeah, okay, cool, these upper mid-carders who take that little push, Cesaro's the first person you put in the bracket. And if he was against someone like Chad Gable or Shelton Benjamin, who are facing each other for some reason, then maybe he'd have a better chance. But no, I've got to
Samoa Joe.
Big up Smudge. Next match, Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre, and obviously the winners of those two matches will face each other.
That's not on tomorrow.
It's on tomorrow, isn't it?
No.
Which one's on tomorrow?
I believe it's Cedric Sammy.
Cedric Alexander Sami Zayn.
I think that's tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If Zayn was going up against a more dominant person, I'd say he'd lose in 10
Zayn
seconds.
has lost.
But because he's going up against Cedric
many
Alexander,
times.
he lose in 10 minutes.
I know. I honestly could see Cedric beating him quickly.
Really?
To get Cedric over more.
Really?
So I don't think Cedric's going too far. I think Sami Zayn is just there to get.
I don't know. I think Cedric's going to the semi-finals.
Well, either way, he's definitely beating Sami Zayn.
Okay, I don't like Cedric Alexander. You know this. I'm not a fan.
He's just, his gimmick is just good wrestler.
Yeah.
And you can't really have that. No,
I'm not a fan of Cedric Alexander at all, and it sucks what they're doing to Zayn.
At least they've been using him on TV. They brought him up from 205. He's been used in a feud with Drew McIntyre, so I think he might have a good showing. But Sammy's got no chance, unfortunately.
No, it's going to be Cedric. Right, okay, then back to Ricochet, Drew McIntyre. Possibly the hardest first round match to predict. Oh no, to be fair, there's Ali Buddy Murphy, which is a big first round match.
I'm really looking forward to it.
But no, Ricochet Drew, yeah.
That right.
It's got to be...
that is a first round match where I'm not too sure, but I think Drew's going to be the big dominant heel in this tournament.
It's got to be Drew. Because he's
been on the verge of main eventing.
He's still my pick to win. It sucks that they're knocking Ricochet out in the first round, but they can't knock Drew McIntyre out in the first round. And it just lines up very perfectly that Drew McIntyre would face Cedric Alexander in the second round.
The one thing that makes me think Ricochet is not going to beat Drew is the fact that he was intertwined with Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins in the main event.
Yeah, that might give him a match.
So he's either going to be in some sort of Universal title feud, maybe
I'm sorry, but it's Drew McIntyre. For me, this tournament was made for Drew.
He is the obvious choice to win.
Yeah,
he's a heel. He's big.
If he's not winning,
he's great.
If Drew McIntyre is not winning King of the Ring, he should lose in the final.
Yeah, he'll be like the Pete Dunne tournament.
Yeah,
the big heel that doesn't win but puts over the face in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, the fans. What a match! The Miz versus Baron Corbin.
2 weeks, isn't it?
What a match!
The Miz versus Baron Corbin. Yes, the Miz, I guess.
Dream match.
He'll probably be cheered. He is a face, but he's not been as over.
Face Miz is really cooling off.
Yeah,
it's a bit weird.
I guess putting him against Baron Corbin, no one wants Corbin to win, but
this will be the first time we've seen Corbin since Extreme Rules.
Yeah, which is why I think he's gonna get through just this round.
A lot of people are predicting Corbin. 2 people wanted Corbin in our sweepstake.
A lot of people think he's gonna win because one, King Corbin. It rolls off the tongue.
Big up King Corbs.
2, he's the generic type that would have the heel King gimmick.
It makes me so sad.
It's another thing to put on his resume when he's being announced.
Like I'm the only one who ironically cheers every time Baron Corbin comes out. But
a lot of people think he's going to win, but he is not the right choice.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because if he wins, what's he going to do? Go after Seth's Universal title again?
I really know Baron Corbin doesn't win.
But at the same time, I do think he is going to beat Miz.
Oh yeah, he'll beat Miz. He'll beat Miz, especially if it's going up against Cedric Alexander in the next round.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So yeah.
It's Baron Corbin, yeah.
Cool. SmackDown. Kevin Owens versus Elias.
That's on Tuesday, isn't it?
Yes. Kevin Owens is probably the second favorite.
I think he is.
It's Drew or Kevin. Because Stone Cold Steve Austin connection. He's Steve Austin too.
He's the biggest face.
The only questionable matter is that he's going up against Elias, and Shane McMahon is a man that exists. Shane can just come out.
I can see this tournament being a struggle for Kevin Owens. Just because of the constant Shane interference.
Oh, that's good. Especially if Buddy Murphy is to be his next round opponent, and then Andrade his next round opponent, and then Drew in the final. You could literally have these heels and Shane just trying to do everything they can. You know what I mean? Shane's got a bounty on Owens.
Elias, I think, no. I just don't think...
I don't know, can you imagine him as the king of rock and roll? You can go full Elvis.
I could see Elias losing, but then Shane using his power to put Elias back in or something. Who knows?
Oh, I really don't want them to.
No, I don't. I want Kevin Owens.
I really hope they don't ruin
to have a great showing. He's the biggest face on SmackDown. He needs to win against Elias.
Yeah, 100% Kevin Owens. Yeah. Next round is my 2 sweepstake picks: Ali and Buddy Murphy. Now,
That's not on Tuesday. That's the that'll be 2 weeks.
Right. Ali,
I think this will be match
has
the
all the promos that he
screwed out of Elimination Chamber.
The Chamber, the Gauntlet, the Mania match, the title match, the Money in the
Bank. So he's saying he's not going to get screwed out of King of the Ring.
It's not going to happen to him again.
But with all the exposure Buddy Murphy has had recently, they could give it to Buddy.
It would be really weird to have Buddy Murphy go out in the first round after everything that's happened with him.
But because he's against Ali,
But can you imagine Ali getting screwed in the first round by someone like Nakamura, and then he shows up at Clash of Champions
That's
and
a good
goes,
shout.
"This is what you right? Okay, do you know what? Right, I got screwed out of my Gauntlet match. I got screwed out of my Mania match. I got screwed out of my Chamber match. I got screwed out of my Money in the Bank ladder match. And now you screwed me out of King of the Ring. I'm coming to kick your Japanese testicles out of your mouth."
It's a good idea. I don't know if it makes sense. Why would Nakamura choose to screw Ali? But
because Ali got a pinfall victory over him and embarrassed him.
I guess. But
Japan,
with the exposure Buddy Murphy's had, and a lot of attention's been on him recently.
Yeah,
I think Plus, if he goes against Kevin Owens, that's a fair face versus heel.
I still think it's going to be Ali.
I still think,
but I hope it's Buddy, because there's no way Ali's winning, getting into the final, because it's Clash of Champions and he's the number one.
I think he'll have a great showing in terms of matches, because this match I think will be the best in the first round. Ali versus Buddy Murphy. I've seen what they've done on 205 Live. They've had some absolute barn burners.
The Miz versus Baron Corbin.
To each their own, I guess.
No, I hope it's Buddy Murphy, but it'll probably be
Ali. Yeah.
Next round is the Why Is This Happening match of Chad Gable versus Shelton Benjamin. Shorty G.
Soon to be known as Shorty G.
Shorty G.
Well, yeah. Do you know what's weird? These used to be a tag team.
They did.
And it's not been acknowledged, really. Shelton Benjamin had that little backstage segment with Chad Gable.
They broke up because Chad Gable fancied Bobby Roode instead.
Yeah, exactly. Weird. So now Shelton Benjamin's called Chad Gable Shorty. Shelton Benjamin's only in
this
tournament.
Elias was calling him Shorty. Shelton Benjamin's just been backstage going.
Shelton Benjamin has only really been in. He's only really in this because he's in his 40s, is he? He's just there to put someone over.
See, yeah. There's no way. It's Chad Gable's winning this match. I think it's really nice that Chad Gable's gonna get a win.
The fact that they want to give him a new gimmick, even though it's ridiculous, Shorty G, it shows that they at least are putting some investment in it.
Chad Gable's gonna get a. Oh my god! Imagine if Jason Jordan comes out and screws Chad Gable. No, Chad Gable's gonna get a win.
Give him a win.
And that's really nice. That's really nice. He deserves it, Shorty G.
Yep.
And the final first round match. Apollo Crews versus Andrade. There's not a single person on this earth who thinks that the smiling man Apollo Crews is going to get the win here. Andrade has just murdered Rey Mysterio.
Andrade is getting a push. It's not the quickest push, but he is getting.
I want to see him in the semi-final. Well, obviously he'll beat Apollo, and then he'll beat Chad Gable, and then
he has quite an easy route to the semi-finals.
Yes, I think he'll be in the semi-finals, which will be a nice big push for him.
Plus, he could win. A lot of people have said, that he could be the person to win.
I mean, I'd be down for that. Rey Andrade.
I mean, they're not
King in Spanish is Rey.
They're not that invested in him because of his lack of English, but he's got one of the best managers in the game, Selena Vega. So plus with her talking about him being the king, it would fit perfectly.
Yeah, I get you. It's got to be Andrade's winning.
Yeah, Andrade's definitely winning.
Right. Okay, so that's our first round matches. Then our semi-finals, if those are to pan out, would be Drew McIntyre versus Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe would have to be the face there.
Yeah, and Drew McIntyre's winning the tournament, so
that's what you think.
If not, he's going to the finals. So I mean, my pick still remains with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, he'll be the big dominant heel. Samoa Joe, it'll be another hard hitting match.
I really like the way this bracket is. I really like. You know what I mean? It's got a couple of matches that are like, why? But I really like the way the bracket is lined up because I think they'll swerve us.
Yeah, it's very randomized almost, like a lot of the matches.
Yeah.
Do you think Drew?
And then Corbin will beat Cedric, meaning it can be. No, sorry, Cedric will be Corbin.
I think Cedric's going to be Corbin.
Cedric will be Corbin. Cedric Alexander will be in the semi-final, which is a nice big push for him. Nice big push for him. And then Cedric versus Drew can blow off
semi-final Cedric versus Drew.
With Drew kicking Cedric's face off. If Cedric wins that match, I'll be a very sad boy. Because
Drew got the last win, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, on Raw. He was on my Wicked Wrestling Weekly.
That's assuming Baron Corbin is winning and Cedric is going through. Yeah, with the face-heel dynamic, if we do think Drew is going to be the big dominant heel, then it makes sense for him to beat Cedric.
Cedric to beat Corbin and then Drew McIntyre beat Cedric.
In the semis.
Yeah, I know. A SmackDown side of it, whether it's Ali or Buddy. Oh, it'll probably. Oh, I'm more inclined to believe that it'll be Buddy Murphy just because they're going up against Kevin Owens in the next round. Didn't think about that.
It depends on the Shane involvement, doesn't it?
Didn't think about that, but Either way, Kevin
Either
Owens.
way, Ali or Buddy Murphy, I don't think either are going to beat Kevin Owens.
Their run ends with Kevin Owens.
Although,
unless Elias gets through, and then Ali can beat
here's
Elias.
the thing.
And then Ali versus Andrade. And Ali versus Andrade.
Here's the thing. Kevin Owens, he's an established star. He doesn't necessarily need this win. So, if he's in this tournament to actually put someone over, really elevate someone, Ali or Buddy Murphy, it could really elevate them, but it's WWE, so I don't
know. He's an established star in that he's won a world title, but if you pin Kevin Owens, you don't really come out the next week and go, unless you're Buddy Murphy or Owens.
Buddy Murphy or Ali, if they pin Kevin Owens, that's a big push for them.
Not Ali.
You don't think so?
No, Ali picked up some massive pinfall victories.
He has, to be fair. But Buddy Murphy could definitely benefit from that. But
he hung with Roman Reigns.
Whether it's Ali or Buddy Murphy, I think Kevin Owens is still going to beat them. It's WWE. Yes. They love Kevin Owens.
Yes. Chad Gable, Shelty Benj versus Apollo Crews, so Andrade. It'll be Andrade.
Chad versus Andrade, and Andrade will... I think that would be a really good match.
Oh, yeah.
Chad versus Andrade, but... Yeah. Shorty G.
Really nice. Shorty G will end there with Andrade, meaning that semi-final will be Andrade Kevin, and the other semi-final will be Cedric Drew. That's a lush set of semi-finals. Because there you've got two people who everyone thought were going to win, Drew and Kevin, and you've got Cedric and Andrade, two guys you've elevated.
Cedric will definitely be elevated by different semis.
You've elevated them really nicely. Then, I mean, I know it's predictable, but Drew, Kevin in the final. Your biggest heel on Raw and your biggest face on SmackDown.
And that finals could go either way.
Would you say Drew was the biggest heel on Raw? Drew's the biggest heel on Raw, Kevin's the biggest face on SmackDown.
Nah, I think in their minds, AJ Styles is the biggest heel on Raw at the moment.
Oh, yes.
With the OC, because they're really pushing the OC.
Forgot he's a heel.
Yeah. But Drew could really... The next feud, Drew versus Seth, if Drew wins, that makes sense.
Oh, yes.
If Kevin Owens wins, like I say, I don't think Kevin Owens needs it, and I think he's still with this Shane McMahon feud.
There's no direction for Kevin to go.
He's going to stay with Shane, which means it has to be Drew who wins, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think that final will be really
Drew versus Seth,
especially if halfway through the match. Here comes the money.
No, not in the finals. Not in the finals.
Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money. Money. Well, that's the thing, is if Kevin's in the final, that means Shane McMahon doesn't have anything to do with Clash of Champions. And we can't have a pay-per-view without Shane McMahon.
Which means Ali might get to the finals. Drew versus Ali. There's so many possibilities. But the one thing we are both agreed on is Drew McIntyre is getting to the finals and potentially winning.
Yes, and there's another thing we're agreed on.
What's that?
Sami Zayn's not getting out of the first round.
Yeah, I think Drew has the best chance. Andrade, he has a great chance, but I think he's still a bit of a dark horse. He'd have a great showing.
Yeah.
But if he's against Ali or Kevin Owens, I still think he'll be the one to lose. Because if Raw's matches go first, if a heel gets to the finals, it's more likely they're going to have a face win on SmackDown. So face versus heel dynamic. They're not going to have a heel versus heel in the final. And if Drew is our choice on the left side of the bracket, it has to be Ali or Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
It's more like Kevin Owens.
King Ali, Fabulous E, Ali Ababa.
But I do hope we do have some surprises. That we are proven wrong in some of these.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not in cases like Andrade Apollo Crews.
Oh, yeah. Obviously. But in certain
more in cases like... Oh, no, can you imagine if Ricochet just rolled up Drew in the first round?
That's my worry. We think Drew's going to be his big heel, but Ricochet, he's on the Independence King Ricochet.
Who can screw Drew out of that one?
I don't want Drew to
The Fiend!
Ricochet doesn't need it. He's established in the main mid-card years. Drew has been floating around for a while. He could really do with this. What?
Fiend.
That's another thing. The Fiend has been announced for this week's Raw or SmackDown. So the Fiend could get involved and choose his next opponent. That's going to be first round, though. That can't be...
The Fiend rocks up during Cesaro Smosh.
Actually, I could see the Fiend going after the Miz next. Another mid-card face that he's just gonna
murder.
Up any of these. Yeah, the Fiend is a possibility.
I think the Miz is someone you can take off TV. I think when someone loses to the Fiend, they should then go off TV for a couple months. And I think the Miz is someone you can take off TV for a couple months now.
Mm-hmm.
We're closing in on 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you if there's anything else you want to say about King of the Ring this year.
I mean, I think it could have been a pay-per-view in itself. Hopefully this is a regular thing. They keep it next year as well.
Not every year.
No, not every year, I don't think.
Every other.
Every other?
Every other year.
I think they could do every year, as long as they do it right. As long as this tournament is booked right. And as my one worry is that they're using it just to get over one star. I think you could get over 4, 5 people just
well, again, if Andrade is in the semi-final, that's good for Andrade. If Cedric Alexander's in the semi-final. That's good for Cedric
I just
Alexander.
hope Cedric doesn't get to the semi-finals and then he just starts losing.
If Owens and Drew are in the final, that's good for either of them, no matter who wins. If Ali does anything decent, that's great for him. I don't think Ricochet benefits from beating Drew, because Ricochet's in a position now where he
Ricochet can lose to Drew and still be alright.
challenge for anyone.
But I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
They've got some
I
great
can't wait.
names
I
in this tournament.
genuinely, there's now 3 reasons to watch Raw and SmackDown. Ooh. Genuinely, these last couple of months, they've really started introducing regular things that are like making me go, hey, I actually want to watch Raw and SmackDown, because
Poor Heyman.
I wonder. Oh yeah,
That's what it is.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's gotta be. I think this was
I
Vince
didn't think
McMahon's
about that,
idea.
yeah.
Of course not.
Wow, that hadn't even crossed my mind that this could have been Heyman or Bischoff. Probably not Bischoff.
No, he's not.
There's no tag teams in it.
No factions.
There's no factions. Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting. There is no factions involved, is there?
I'm really looking forward to this.
Same, 100%.
Hoping Drew wins.
The
I
king.
think he's the best
Oh,
choice.
hang on. One thing I want to say, because you've said that you really hope they don't have a physical crown and scepter in the room.
Because everyone who's ever had that, they've looked silly. Steve Austin didn't have it.
Mm.
So I think if Drew wins or
Harley
if Kevin Owens wins,
Harley Race looked great.
whoever wins, I don't think they should have the cape, the robe, the thing. I would happily have them just snap it.
Wade Barrett looked cool with it.
Yeah, but it's
Because he was hench.
Nah, it's a comedy shtick kind of the King of the Ring thing with the
What,
robe
calling
and everything.
yourself the king?
But like, the only people in the tournament I can see fitting that are maybe King Corbin. He could pull that off, and maybe King Ricochet because he's done that on the Indies. But everyone else, I think no. If
The
Drew
last
wins, if Kevin
king
wins,
of Scotland.
nah. I just think don't have the crown, don't have the scepter, don't have the
McIntyre.
cape. You don't need it. Just use it to elevate someone. They're the King of the Ring. They get a title shot. Hopefully, if it's a Raw guy, it's going to be them versus Seth, the Clash of Champions. Oh no, that's going to be Braun versus Seth. So maybe what's the pay-per-view after? Whatever's after
The series?
Whatever's after Clash of Champions.
When are we now? August. September. There's another one before Survivor Series.
Yeah. So whatever pay-per-view that is.
Cancel.
Maybe. Whatever pay-per-view that is, that's where you'll have a title match where King of the Ring versus the current champion, either Kofi unless he loses it, or Seth unless he loses it. But I can easily see Drew versus Seth.
It's a new champ.
New champ. That's what should happen, I think. Because Drew has been floating
Just
around.
get this massive surge of momentum from winning King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, fully agree. There was one more point I wanted to make, but it's completely gone from my mind. Thank you very much for that.
I don't apologise.
Can you stall for time while I try and remember it?
Okay, let's have a look at. I mean, do you know what I would really love? Is Cesaro to have a much better.
It's gone.
But
No, again, Cesaro's just a good hand.
There's so many that I would love to win this, but I don't. I mean, I'd rather it be someone like Drew safe that they will invest in.
Right, I'm not going to let us hit 25 minutes.
No.
So, thank you all very much for watching this one-off Bottom Rope Wrestling King of the Ring special. Thank you very much, Chris, for being here upon this random surprise that I dropped on you when I asked you to come over to my flat. And I hope you guys enjoy King of the Ring, because we certainly will. Do you know what? We'll probably do another video when the semi-finals come about. And
That's a good idea.
And we'll be like, oh, we were very wrong, or oh, we were very right. Those are the two possibilities. Those are the two possibilities. Yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you check out Wicked Wrestling Weekly at the end of this week for mine and probably Aaron's reactions to how the tournament's been so far. The chair is just really awkwardly tilting in the screen. Welcome back.
Say goodbye.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Michael Davey. This has been Chris Dixon. You've been watching Bottom Rope Wrestling. See you next time.
Oh.